All right, now that I am done with CCA Carrier Academy, I want to make a video about that step in the process. So Carrier Academy is 4 days long. I just finished up on Friday. Today is Sunday. So my Carrier Academy was Tuesday through Friday. You get full. It's 8 hours. You start at 7:30. You get out at 4. You do have a half-hour lunch, which you do not get paid for lunch. So it equaled 8 hours per day. So 8 hours times 4 is 32 hours. So you do get paid 32 hours for that academy. So that'll probably be the easiest money, along with orientation, the easiest money you will make at the post office. So as boring as it is, it's paid. So, it's, you kind of just get paid to listen and sit there and, take things in, ask questions, etc. Carrier Academy was a little more involved than orientation. Orientation was pretty much just PowerPoint slides, but in Carrier Academy you do a little bit of actual things. Still not that much, honestly. I was kind of expecting it was going to be less PowerPoints and more kind of showing us the job, but it's still primarily a lot of PowerPoints. So, it's easy, but it's, a little tough, kind of boring. But anyway, so what we did do beside PowerPoint slides, and this one, instead of orientation where it's more of an overview of the post office, this Carrier Academy is focused on the actual city carrier assistant craft. So at least now the PowerPoints are a little more interesting and more pertains to what we are going to be doing specifically. So it wasn't that bad. But anyway, beside PowerPoints, you do learn how to case mail. We did a little bit of casing all 4 days. Obviously, when you first start, at least unless you've worked as a RCA or CCA previously, you kind of suck at casing right away. It's tough, it's not easy. But as each day goes on, I at least did get significantly better each day. But also, we were on the same case, so I was seeing those same street numbers, the same street names, all in the same parts. But when I'm on the job, I'm gonna have a different route every single day, and there's 34 routes in my office, so I could potentially be on a new route every single day. So casing, it'll be tough. I mean, you're gonna have a new one basically every day. So it's like, oh, I just did this one yesterday, and now you got a whole different one, different street numbers, different street names in different sections, But from what I've heard, in most offices, you don't really case during your probation period. Usually the case gets cased for you, and then when you come in during probation, you're just getting the truck loaded and actually delivering the mail. Like I said, I don't know if that's even going to be the case for my office. I don't know if that's the case for most offices, but I've heard that a lot of times that's how it works out. So I guess we will see what happens. Beside casing, we did a little bit of mock delivery. So, they'd give us a pile of mail. They had a little course set up outside to just kind of walk from mailbox to mailbox, finger the mail, read addresses, deliver it in the correct mailbox, etc. Then on the very last day, we did mock delivery in the LLV. So, we had a little tray of mail next to us, all the mailboxes set up. So, we were actually driving, figuring the mail, getting the next and loading it. So we actually, you do a little hands on it. It wasn't much. We only drove the LLV. It took a minute because there was 12 of us, and there were only 2 LLVs. So only two people could go at a time. So that took a little while. So once you went your turn, you were kind of just, standing there talking to the others. But beside that, that's really how CCA Academy was. It was just more or less more PowerPoint slides, but the PowerPoints were more focused on the actual craft of this job itself instead of an overview, which was orientation. You do case mailed every day, so you learn how to do that. You do mock deliver things, so you at least get a feel for it of how, what you're supposed to do, how it feels and whatnot. But there's really not much more to get into with the academy. I did do my first day, and I wanted to get into this. I did my first day of OJI yesterday. on Saturday, which went well. It went good. The OJI instructor I was with, their route is 100% walking. So I walked, like I said, they don't have a single mounted delivery. It is all walking, house to house, loops, parking loops. I think there were 13 total parking loops. So yeah, it was no joke. I think that's why a lot of people don't make it. I can't remember what they said or what I heard online. It's like 50% of CCAs who get hired quit within their first month, and it might have even been higher than 50%. I can't remember the statistic, but I mean, I can see why it was hard. I mean, I did pretty well, but it's tough. It's very physically demanding, especially when you're on a route that is only walking. We did not do any mounted delivery. So I was walking, I have an Apple Watch, so, it tracked everything. I walked 10 miles on the route itself. So, a lot of people don't know that they're going to get into that. So, if you've watched this far into the video, I recommend before you start working, before you start applying or what have you, like, do as much research as you can, because like I said, you don't want to go through this whole application process that takes a while. It only took me just under 2 weeks from when I applied to when I actually started my first day of orientation. But usually I've heard people taking as long as 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So, do you really want to get this job, go through a 5-month process and then end up quitting within the first month? So I just want to tell you all to do as much research as you can and make sure it's something that you want to do, because it's tough, especially at first. I've heard it gets easier as time goes on because you get more acclimated, you get more efficient, it gets easier, but it's not easy walking 10 miles a day, carrying a big load of mail in your arm. Like right now, my arm, it's really sore. It feels like I just when you go to the gym and you lift a lot of weights for a couple hours, it feels like that. So, you're sore, but it's no big deal. I'm cool with it. I knew what I was getting myself into. I did a ton of research. What I recommend is going on the Reddit forums. There is a USPS subreddit. So I recommend going through that and just reading through people's experiences. That's what I did. Like I said, I knew a lot of going in just because I did so much of my own research while I was waiting for the process to pan out. So just know what you're doing. Like I said, the job, I enjoyed it. I had a great time, even though it was, it was tough, but I liked it. I had fun. It was a little frustrating because, you're carrying all that mail, and you got packages in your satchel, you got your flash, you got your DPS. So and yesterday also we had advos, so which are just ads, coupons. So every single, pretty much almost, unless they canceled it, almost every single house got an advo. So I had to worry about flats, DPS, advos, and sometimes a package. So sometimes there were 4 separate things I had to worry about for one house. So no, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of people who don't work, and this was even me before I started doing my research. I didn't realize how much actually went into it. So if I could give you any advice, I would just say, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. You're going to be working a lot of hours. You're going to be working Saturday and Sunday. So if you don't want to work Saturday and Sunday, I don't recommend getting this job, because Saturday and Sunday are pretty much the 2 guaranteed days that you will always work for the most part. At least if you live in a bigger area, because Amazon Sundays are big around here, just because I live kind of or I don't live here, but I work in a bigger town, so Amazon Sundays are pretty big. So just know what you're going into. If you think you can handle it, it'll be a great job. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I have my second day of OJI training tomorrow, so I'll be with someone else tomorrow, so I'll get a new look at a route that hopefully isn't all walking. But yeah, props to all of you carriers out there who do 100% walking routes every day, because that's tough. It'll get you into shape, that's for sure. It'll get you into good shape. But that's my biggest advice that I can give you all. So any questions, I'm going to try to be more responsive in the comments when people ask me questions. I know in previous videos I'd kind of just uploaded the videos and just kind of forgot about it, and then I logged in after 2 weeks of uploading. I had several questions and people asking things, so I'll do a better job at checking the comments. But other than that, good luck to all of you who apply, who are currently going through orientation now. and be well.